Ask Yolanda in the know. Brought to you by Linco Realty. Buying or selling your home? Call the experts at Linco Realty. 614-375 to buy. Here she is.
You're listening and watching Yolanda in the Know. And I'm telling you, have all of you out there that are thinking about real estate investments and, being a landlord, buying houses, flipping houses, this is the show to listen to and watch because I have some of the experts on the line. They're going to tell you about loan opportunities and they're going to share their personal experiences investing in real estate. But I have on the program today Mamadou Sai, Michael Cook, Michael Kirk with Accra Lending, and also Michelle Wallace Devereaux, who is actually doing this with her family. So, Mamadou, how are you today?
I'm doing good, Yolanda. How you doing?
Oh, just fine. I'm gonna start out with you. You're in real estate. Could you give some people a little bit of background about you and why you got involved in real estate and why do you need real estate to purchase a home? A real estate agent.
Yes. So I got my license in 2016, but I
Uh,
always been interested in real estate. My family been doing investment, buying and flipping homes, and we started out by managing some real estate properties, about like 120 of them. And I
what?
was on the accounting side. Yes, I was on the accounting side, taking care
Uh,
of it. So I said to myself, why not go ahead and get my license? That's what I ended up doing. And then since 2016, I've been doing it full time. And I love real estate. I do. I
I know.
mean,
I know.
everything about real estate. So yes, and to answer your question also about why you should have a real estate agent, I mean, we are here, to be being a real estate agent is kind of like a part, you having a partner out there, that has
Uh,
knowledge in the market. And also that's gonna be looking out for the client's best interest. That's what we do, as realtors. And we are bound, by a code of ethics, you know,
uh,
always, looking out for the client's best interest, giving them, update on the market, letting them know, what's the best investment opportunity if they happen to be investors. If they happen to be first-time home buyers, let them know all the resources that are out there that they can tap into and take the best advantage of it. So that's pretty much what we do, and we also do marketing. I mean, and you cannot talk about marketing without talking about psychology.
yeah.
And as a realtor, we become partner and so entangled with the client sometimes. We wear so many hats. Sometimes we act like even like small psychologists. So yes, and like I said, my motto is to just be a partner for a lifetime.
And
That's what I.
you're an agent with Linco Realtors. You know what? I bought a house. I sold a house and I bought a house. I sold a house with Linco Realtors. Now that was about 2 years ago.
Mhm.
And you think that the realtor agent would have said, "Okay, I got my money. I'm out of here." And
Right.
I have called them for every single thing about housing.
Yes.
And even I asked them if they would sponsor my show, and they did. So when you talk about a partner, that that
Mhm.
that that is exactly what I got when I called Linco, and guess what? The house sold in 2 weeks. I couldn't believe it.
Absolutely.
I couldn't believe
Absolutely.
it. But you know
Absolutely.
what? We have Michael Kirk with Accra Lender on the show today. And I heard, Michael, I want you to tell people about you, but I heard that you have some awesome packages that if people call you that you can offer to them. Could you tell us how you got into the lending business and talk a little bit about those packages that you have for people that are interested in selling, buying a home?
Well, thank you. And I'm excited to be on here today. And it's kind of a very family affairish type conversation today. As Mama do, my mom got me into the business in the mid 90s. So I started in retail when the first non-conforming type loans hit the street. And, I got my education in what they called back there was BCD paper, which went away in 07 when the market took a shift. But now I'm a account executive for one of the largest private lending companies that lends all over the nation, and we specialize in investment properties. And the market the last few years has been very volatile. Anybody here has been funding or financing primary residences, or first time home buyer situations, or those folks that were looking to conventional specialty programs, that's slowed up a bit as rates have gone up and funds have dried up. But what is actually thriving to me more than ever, I mean, our company's funding $250 million a month nationwide in just investment business.
Wow.
So, we do 1 to 29 units with rents only to qualify. So we don't even require any income documentation or IRS documentation. And this is for investors that are super, super platinum experienced to a first-time person that wants to buy a property and rehab it and sell it and get into the industry. So we have a wide variety of products that can help an investor or an investment company or realtors or builders or anybody increase their business platform to fund and broker and originate those types of loans, but also long-term wealth and growing their real estate portfolio.
Oh my goodness. Now, Michelle, I talked to you and I was just amazed that, we worked together and you were telling me, yeah, I got some investment properties. I'm a renter and I'm investing in property. Could you share your practical experience doing this? Michelle, your audio is off.
My apologies.
Okay.
I started about 20 years ago and I kind of fell into the process. I was dating who is now my husband, who was interested in buying property. That was his long-term goal. And I'm the type of person that I like the administrative work. I like reading policies. I like reading laws. So me and him together became the Wonder Twins. And we went to go look at this event. They had an auction, a local auction, and we were just checking it out and end up buying a property unseen. And it just started from there. So I really, I work in facilities is my background already. And my husband already into construction and maintenance. So with the knowledge that I had in regards to facility maintenance and processes and procedure and his hands-on, we both had the skills to move forward in that process and been doing it ever since.
Oh my goodness. So that is a talent that both of you were able to come together and start investing in homes. Now, look, what do you consider when you're looking? I'm gonna ask Mamadou, and then I got a question I want to know about the credit and stuff from Mike. But what do you look for in a good? What is a good property? I mean, what are the kinds of things that you look for when you're purchasing a property?
Well, when I started out, I didn't have anything in mind because I was very confident in winning. So I didn't go in with the house need to look like this or have to have this. I went in with I'm going to win. So as I grew into the business, it was more a draw, like something I was drawn to this particular property. And that was through experiences, knowing a lot more. I was kind of drawn into a particular property. Me and my husband both know how to do the work. I can drywall, I can plumb, I could do electric, he could do HVAC. So when we walk into a property, it didn't scare us. So if the roof was bad, it didn't scare us. If the plumbing was bad, it didn't scare us. So it was easy for us to make quick decisions because we already knew the know-how.
Oh, wow. What about you, Mamadou? What would you consider a good property? I mean, what would you consider an investment? If you were looking at a piece of property, what would you consider an investment?
Well, first, you have to look at the location. because in real estate, it's all about location. And second, I would say, you know, the after retail value. Take a look at the property, bring the expert, bring a team of maybe contractors, you know, that can take a look at the house, assess, you know, how much it would take, you know, for this particular property, you know, to be rehabbed. And from there, you just crunch the numbers. It's just, you know, it's a numbers game, but yeah, you have to do your due diligence. Then, you know, you'll be able to know if it's a good fit, you know, for what you're looking for, if it meets your investment criteria. So yeah, it depends, you know, on it's a client base, you know, that what the client is looking for.
Mike, if I'm looking at real estate and I'm trying to purchase I want to start investment, how much money do I need and what kind of credit score do I need to have? I mean, I don't need to have a credit score. I can come to you and get a loan to start it.
So that's a great question, right? So in this market, again, it's been up and down and crazy over the last several years, but leverage is the key to us, right? The more money down, the more important is we'll pretty much fund any deal 1 to 29 units. But with us down to 65 LTV, we will look at a minimum of 575 on a credit score. A lot of investors did go through some turbulence when, you know, rents were on pause. Just because you didn't have to pay your rent through COVID doesn't mean you didn't have to pay your mortgage notes on your investment properties. So some people took some hits on their credit. Now, we understand that as we partners with investors nationwide. And look, if you've got some things on your credit, but you still need to purchase another property, we'll give you the money. If you need to refinance and take cash out of an existing property, we'll give you the money. The lower the leverage, the less your credit. Now it's 65 LTV, so we don't require credit scores or trade lines on any of the products up to $4 million in loans.
65 LTD. What does that LTD stand for?
Loan to value. So if you have a property worth $1 million, 65 LTV would be 650,000. That's 65%. So, you know, if it's a purchase, 35% down. If it's a refinance, you know, your max LTV or your max loan on $1 million value would be $650,000. If you own the property outright, great. That's liquidity to purchase more property for your REO portfolio. If you need to pay off a hard money loan or hard equity or a private or a ballooning maturing bridge loan, you know, that can definitely help investors move to the next level in their platform of business. But score isn't really as important today as it is leverage, which is equity, right? Equity.
So if you have equity in your home, people can come and talk to you and probably get refinanced and maybe start an investment or fix up their home. Is that correct?
Yeah, so investments only. So, and if it's a primary or a secondary home, I can help you with purchase money, but really for the purpose of this nature, I only work with investors that are looking to purchase any properties from 1 to 24 units with only the rents to qualify, no personal income needed.
Oh my goodness, that sounds good. So,
but it is good.
Yes,
it is good.
Michelle, you hear that? Michelle, look,
I'm taking notes. I'll be calling you, Michael.
Taking notes. And thing out is, you gotta take notes if you're looking at investments. You gotta call Mike. He's got some, y'all. I think if you're looking at doing investments in property, in your property, oh my God. But look, Michelle, now I have heard horror stories about people that have rental property. You know, they get the wrong people, they have a hard time. Have you experienced any of that, or what do you do when you have something like that?
I only had one bad tenant all this time. So thank God, thank you, Jesus. But when I rent to them, I give them a real good spiel, like a mama talking to their children. And I explain to them that this is my house, but this is your home. And my expectations is that you will love it and take care of it when I hand you these keys. I really have like a deep conversation with them. Do not wait when your faucet is leaking that I can fix for $3 for a washer versus fixing a whole cabinet. So I have these really, really good conversations with them. And I'll talk about open communication. I'm not their psychologist or their counselor, but if there's something going on, I can get them the resources or send them to resources, because I always tell them it is the Jerry Maguire effect. Help me to help you. When I win, you win. You have a place to stay. I want you to stay there. I don't want anybody to hop from house to house. So it behooves them to let me know what's going on. And I have plenty of blessings by doing that. My lease contract is very solid. I have an uncle that's been in the real estate landlord for over 40 years. And then when he reads mine, he said, "Oh my God, I cross every T and dot every I, even down to the lawn care and how high your grass can be, shouldn't be, everything." Because I need to let them know before they sign this contract, I need you to know that I am serious. And if you don't think that you can uphold what I'm asking, then we don't need to have a conversation. So I think I'm very forward in my expectations of the property. And far as me having a bad experience, I think that they knew that I did not play. And so when I had a bad experience, I told them to get out. Even though I know I needed to go downtown to officially, but they got out. Because one, I realized they did respect me. So I never had to actually go downtown. They just got out. So and I can say my tenants are very privileged. Come December, they don't have to pay rent.
They don't?
No, because December is usually the hardest time going into January. And I think that's why we have long-term renters. Where you gonna get that from? Where you gonna get that? You know, so it gives them a break.
Of anybody that gives them December free. Oh my God.
Yeah, because it allows for them. Like I have a tenant now that's behind. When December comes, I'm pretty confident he'd be caught up. He pays, but he's behind. But it gives him some breathing room. You know, so as long as I respect them and they respect me, I feel like I'm always winning.
Oh wow.
And I'm not trying to be what's the word about it, but I just know that I'm good to them, so it is, I get the return. I
Yeah,
really
and
do.
they are blessed because I know you know the hookup. You got the 411 on all the programs that are available when people have a need emergency assistance. So that's
And
wonderful.
now I got Mike.
There you got Mike. All right now. We're gonna get Mike's number now, y'all. Get your pen and pencil.
And Mama do. I ain't gonna leave him out either. If I gotta tap
Mama
in,
do too. You
yeah,
gotta call
I will
Mama.
tap
Do.
in.
Hey, look, I'm
Yes.
telling you, I when Mama Do was working on a house, he was so professional. Even the mortgage people could, hey, here's my card. I said, oh, look, it's my card, here's my card. So he really does an outstanding job when you go into looking to purchase a house or buy a house. But Mama Do, I know you have some real estate property too. Now, what do you do with those bad tenants that don't that I hear about, that don't want to pay the rent and you have to put them out? How do you handle that?
I mean, first, I talk to them, but I tell them, hey, I don't need the house. I don't need to take it back from you. We can work something out. Just like what she was saying, you gotta have that relationship, with your tenants. Right now, I have one that's in Dayton, and she was at the hospital, struggling, I guess, with the COVID, and ended up coming out. So I worked with her. She was like, hey, can I split the rent, pay you 400, this month, and then maybe wait like another 2 weeks and then pay you again. So yeah, that's what I try to do. But if comes down to it, if it's, if it starts to accumulate, then I have to step in and do what I have to do as a property manager. And I have to go ahead and file, the eviction. I have a lawyer. I'll file the eviction, with downtown, because I have to take care of my client. I hate to go that route, but when it comes down to it, I just have to. But that's the last resort. Yeah.
Now, the management company, I mean, if I was investing in real estate, I would have to have a management company because I can't do all that stuff. I'm not like Michelle, Superwoman. I can't do that. Can't do with drywall, carpeting, and all that stuff. Now,
Yeah.
the management company, do they do that? And how does the what are the advantage of having a management company, Mama do?
I mean, they pretty much do all the work that Michelle and her husband do. So yeah, we take care of the have the relationship with the tenant, collect the rent, make sure it's put in a proper account, and then send it to the investors or the person we're managing the house for, and take care of the taxes, take care of the maintenance. We have a team in place. If there's any maintenance issues, you call us. Go ahead and send somebody out there to go ahead and take care of it. But yeah, that's what we do, and we charge a fairly reasonable amount. Yeah, it's not too expensive. It's not a lot. So yeah.
So you take care of all that, and you take care
we take care of all of that. Yeah.
Of doing all that. Oh
yes.
My goodness, that sounds like. Hey, wait, Michelle, I'm sorry, but that's more of my alley. I couldn't get up on the roof or do none of all that stuff, but the management company would fit my profile. But
well, go ahead and call Michael. Start investing and manage it for you.
Call
yes,
Michael.
Call Michael. Yeah, that's my guy. When I met him at the convention, I was convinced, like, you know what, this is the guy.
Yeah, he's the
honestly, he's a great contact. He's a great guy, to work with. Honestly, yeah, because he got some awesome products. When he told me about his products, my eyes just lit up. I was like, wow.
I know.
I mean, he got products, for foreign nationals. I mean, he has it all. Yes.
Yeah, Michael. How do we get the hookup? How do we call you and start for all those that want to be involved in investment and looking at real estate? Give us a number on how we can contact you and start the process.
So I just went into business with Mamadou. He's a partner of mine now. So if you're looking for some financing and you want some of the products that we have to offer, you can reach out to him directly. And he can connect with me, and we can fund loans from Waikiki to Brooklyn to South Beach. So, we specialize in, Miss Michelle, what a great business you and your husband working as one flesh, right? Helping people. And the fact that you give people a break at Christmas on rents is just a blessing. That's amen to that. So I appreciate your heart. And there's a lot of people too that, living paycheck to paycheck right now. So that can definitely be a blessing. So I love your character and your heart, Miss Michelle. I just wanted to share that. But, if you're an investor and you're watching this show and you need funds for rehab, or you need to take out a ballooning note on a maturing loan from your previous bridge loan, or you bought a property and you've rehabbed the property and now you want a long-term loan on it based on the rents that you're bringing in, right? Let the income qualify the loan. No need to use your IRS docs. We can do that on 1 to 29 properties. There's a big niche right now throughout this nation on your 6 to 12 unit apartment buildings. We will actually allow those to be Airbnb apartments. We'll allow them to be student housing by universities to qualify. I mean, there's just so much that you can do. And I use this statement right now that there's those that wait for opportunity and those that create opportunity. All I have is an amazing product. All you need to do is connect it with the people out there, and Mamadou can help you work with me on a national platform if you want to do business. I'm assuming, is everybody on this call around the Columbus area?
Most of it. What we have done is we record it and we'll send it out on our social media, so it'll be all over. On this platform, but we don't have the number. Mamadou, give us the phone.
614-815-7338. 614.
Repeat that again.
7338.
Could you repeat it again?
Yes, 614-815-7338. You can call me, text me.
Okay.
815-7338.
Oh, yeah.
And you can also use Mamadou C D63 at yahoo.com. First and last name together, D like David 63@yahoo.com.
And if you remember, you can contact S. Yolanda in the know at s.yolandarobinson@gmail.com. If you don't reach Mama Do, we'll get you. We're gonna hook you up there. But you know what? It's been so wonderful. I'd like to thank all of you for sharing your experience and oh my gosh, I'm excited. I gotta go tell more people about Mike and and the product that he has and Marmaduke and Michelle. What Michelle? I'm gonna use Michelle as an example and of how they started their in business. But it is so wonderful. Thank you for sharing your program on S. Yolanda in the Know. And look, everybody, I want to invite you to, we're sponsoring the OSU Michigan game. Go Bucks. But we're going to do that on November the 5th. And if you need tickets, you can contact me at syolandarobinson at gmail.com, and we'll have tickets. We only have a limited amount of tickets, and it's going to be at the Lindsay's White House. So we'll see you there. And don't forget to call the experts. If you're looking for a house, if you need a loan, call the experts, Linco Realtors. And guess what? Guess what? I'll see you next week. And I love you, and you cannot do anything about it.
I love you too. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you.
Bye.
A pleasure.
Thank you.
Have a good day, y'all.